What's up Xiaomi fans, Christian here, welcome back to All About Me. After its debut in India last month, the Redmi Note 9 Pro and the Redmi Note 9 Pro Max was announced. They also released the Redmi Note 9S, which is an equivalent global version of the Redmi Note 9 Pro. And that's 2 days ago, they released the Redmi Note 9 and also the Redmi Note 9 Pro, which is equivalent to the Redmi Note 9 Pro Max in India. I know it's confusing, but let me just make it easy for you. In India, they have the Redmi Note 9 Pro. So the global version equivalent for the Redmi Note 9 Pro is the Redmi Note 9S. Okay, so the Redmi Note 9 Pro Max, the global equivalent for that is the Redmi Note 9 Pro. So I hope that clears out things for you. The first thing we're gonna talk about is the Redmi 9 Pro has 4 rear cameras. It has a 64 megapixel main shooter, and this is one sample of the photo, which you can still zoom in and get much detail on it. And here's a sample of the night photo. It has a 119 degrees ultra-wide angle lens. You can also shoot cinematic portraits and adjust the background blur. The macro photos look stunning. And you can do more with the Pro videos. And another feature is the kaleidoscope video, where you can choose 6 kaleidoscope options and you can add music afterwards. So it would look like something like this. It has a 16 megapixel in-display front camera, which you can do AI portraits, panorama selfies, palm shutter, kaleidoscope videos, and slow motion videos. And you'll not be disappointed when it comes to its performance. It has a 5020 milliamperes big battery, 30 watts fast charging with a 33 watts charger inside the box, and under the hood it has a Snapdragon 720G with the Adreno 618 GPU, also the 5th generation AI engine, 2x2, more in more out Wi-Fi, and up to 128 gig storage. And also it has a Z-axis linear motor that gives you the feel difference with every type of tap, touch, or unlock, which has 120 haptic effects for different scenes. It also has NFC, and it is a splash resistant phone. It has 30% louder audio, 80% more bass, and they kept the headphones jack and also the IR blaster, and they already pre-installed a screen protector. And for the price, it starts with $269 US for the 6 gig RAM, 64 gig internal memory, and $299 for the 6 gig RAM, 128 gig memory. And it will be available mid-May. So if you want to know more about this phone, I'll be doing a full review. I already have the phone, so make sure you hit on subscribe and the bell notification icon to get notified. And for the next phone, I wasn't expecting that there's this model as a Redmi Note 9. It has a 6.53 dot display, but the dot is not at the middle, but it's on the upper left hand side of the screen, which is quite good if you're playing games or watching videos, because your thumb will just cover that selfie camera. And it has an IPS LCD Full HD Plus screen. It's a Corning Gorilla Glass 5 with a TUV Rainland certification for low blue light. It has a curved back, and the fingerprint sensor is at the back below the cameras. There are 3 colors available. We have the forest green, polar white, and midnight gray. Let's now go to the camera. So we have the 48 megapixel main shooter, and by the looks of this sample, it is looking good. It's impressive. And yeah, this is the night mode. And we also have the ultra wide 118 degree field of view camera, and the other one is a depth sensor, so which will give you a beautiful, stunning blurry background when you take portrait photos. And the other camera is for macro photography. And together with the camera, it has a document scanner, which you can just snap a photo of a document, and usually you'll have that shadow, so you can automatically remove that shadow using this application. And for the front in-display, it has a 13 megapixel front camera, which you can do portrait mode, face unlock, panorama selfies, and palm shutter. And for its performance, it's powered by MediaTek Helio G85 processor with 12 nanometer, and the battery is quite big. It's also 5020 milliamperes with an 18 watt fast charging, and it comes with a 22.5 watts charger into the box, and it has a 3.5 mm headphones jack, IR blaster, and it's also a splash resistant. And for the price, it starts with $199 for the 3 gig 64 gig memory, and $249 for the 4 gig RAM 128 gig internal memory, and it will be available mid-May. And there you have it. We have the 3 Note 9 series models. We'll talk in depth about these 3 models on another video, so stay tuned. And then there's this additional Mi Note 10 model, which is the Mi Note 10 Lite, which the Mi Note 10 series was launched way back in November of 2019. Like the other Mi Note 10 series, this is a 3D curved AMOLED display, and the screen size is 6.47 inches Full HD Plus with Corning Gorilla Glass 5, and also it has an in-display or in-screen fingerprint sensor. And the back is a 3D curved glass, which is also a Corning Gorilla Glass 5. And for its colors, we have the Nebula Purple, we have the Glacier White, and the classic Midnight Black. And it has 4 rear cameras, as the 64 megapixel is the main shooter. From top to bottom, we have the 8 megapixel ultra wide angle, which is 120 degrees field of view, 5 megapixel depth sensor, the 64 megapixel main camera, and the 2 megapixel macro camera. So let's check out the sample photos that they provided on the launching event. And this phone is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G with 8nm process technology, and it has a huge battery of 5260 milliamperes with a 30 watts fast charging, and also it still has the 3.5mm headphones jack as well as NFC and IR blaster. And looking at its price, I would say that you're getting more on what you're paying for. And they also announced that they'll be launching a new Mi Smart Stand Fan, which is the 1C model. I'm looking forward for this product. I'm liking the specs, and hopefully we can get it by mid-May. And thank you so much for watching. If you do like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you hit on that bell notification icon. I will be releasing a video for the Redmi Note 9 Pro review, so stay tuned. See you on the next video.